Peter, thank you. We're going to be back to you momentarily.
Yeah.
Let's bring in Kevin McCarthy into the conversation here. A lot to get into, Kevin. Thank you for your time today. There was, you could argue, ample time to go back to Hegseth and others and say, what was this all about? And then you'd have more complete story there. Nonetheless, it's come out the way it has. Based on your read right now, have they been telling the truth?
Based on my read, yes. Listen, the first thing I would look as an American, was the mission successful? That's the very first thing you care about. Yes, it was, and no American was harmed, and we took care of terrorists. I think President Trump has handled this the very best. What did he initially say? We screwed up, and it is a learning moment. The way they're answering, I thought John Radcliffe did an excellent job in that hearing, explaining how Signal was put on his phone the day he walks in as CIA. I think what we need to do here is not to carry this on longer. That will harm the administration. Answer it exactly as President Trump said. It is a learning situation. Let's find out why he was on your phone. People have missed texts before, but how did his number get in there? If Mike Waltz has never talked to him before, that's a concern. Somehow it's on there. And then learn from this moment about moving forward not to do this again. That's all that has to be said and to continue to move. My only question to Goldberg is, though, why did you wait so long? Why didn't you just pick up the phone and then call the Secretary of Defense and ask him about this? I mean, we have in history a lot of times press during wartime or others when they found something out to work with your government. He could still write the story, but did he hold it just because he wanted to embarrass somebody a day before a hearing and they don't know what's happening? That's another question I would have. But at the very end, learn from this experience. It's not giving the coordinates of where it was going. So is it embarrassing? Yes, admit that, and change the direction and make sure you correct this behavior not to do it again.
Well, and Jeffrey Goldberg will have to answer about the timing, but I do think it's interesting. He could have done it the other way, too, which is to immediately say something, look at these bozos, look at what they provided to me, and then that would have compromised the mission, and then we all wouldn't be able to say it was a successful mission because it could have been compromised. But I want to ask you this, because I thought President Trump handled this as a commander-in-chief leader should.
Yes.
For how he wants to handle it. He said, that was not good. We learned a lesson. He's staying with me, Michael Waltz. He's fine. He's going to stay with me. But we all learned a lesson. We're going to get to the bottom of it. Let's keep going. And then rubbing the spot on the wall is not necessarily helping. I'm like, the President of the United States just gave you the way forward. Why not just follow him?
If they all followed President Trump yesterday, we wouldn't be talking about this today. That's the problem. And I think follow what President Trump said. They learned their lesson. They're going to correct it. They're going to find out why he was in the phone. And remember, this is a brand new administration, but they carried out the mission they were asked to do correctly. Now, it didn't go perfectly in the communications, so just correct the communications. And it's learning to work together. And some of these people are new to the administration, are new to working in government. So, yes, you're going to make some communication errors there. That's expected. Just correct it and move forward.
Okay, just play this soundbite real quick. Waltz was on last night with Laura. Let's go ahead and listen to it before we push forward here. Watch from last night.
Okay, staffer wasn't responsible, and look, I take full responsibility. I built the group. I guess the Democrats were fine to leave all the sea lanes shut down. We're fine to have destroyers fired on dozens of times by this terrorist group, and fine to have Iran keep supplying them missiles. That was okay. The president takes decisive action, and now we're seeing some real success in taking down their air defenses, opening the sea lanes.
Okay, so that's really important stuff, and that really goes to your point. The mission was successful. Was it a screw-up? Yes. Is it embarrassing? Yes. Did you like the reporter? No, you haven't liked the reporter in years. But don't come out and go after the reporter if you know that he's got the goods, and at some point they're going to be in print, which they are right now. So, Kevin, thank you, sir, for working through that with us today. Kevin McCarthy.
Thank you.
Thank you.